Hey guys, welcome back to Vintage Vibes. I have a tutorial today on my shopping list holder. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you the one I made. And the paper that I got it from is Summertime Fun. And this is the Recollections, and I've got it on clearance a while back, probably, I don't know, a couple years ago. They may still have some at your Michael's, I'm not real sure, but it's a really cute paper pad to work with for summer stuff. So anyway, so my shopping list holder, I'm going to show it to you, and then I'll go through it and do one with you, and I'm going to give you all the measurements. I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Welcome back, my older subscribers and my new subscribers. Thank you for coming and joining our channel, and I pray that everyone is inspired. That is my whole message, is to give encouragement and inspire you to make things, and like I was inspired by other people on YouTube, and I pray that I can be that person also. So we're going to jump into it, and this is, I use a hardback cover for mine because I had made one for my mother-in-law one year, a couple of years ago, and it was like just no chipboard, and it was like real flimsy, and she like wore it out so quick because she kept, you know, tossing it in and out of her purse. And I thought, what can I do to make it better? And so I sell out of these at my craft fairs every year, so hopefully y'all can be inspired and make yours. But it has cute, I put these cute little charms with some twine. I just put a little cut apart with some enamel dots, and you just open it up and make sure y'all can see that whole entire thing. But it has a little space for a shopping list, has a little pocket, and then it has a little hidden pocket. And I get these from the Target stores, those little pockets. At certain times of year they come out around when school starts back, so that's kind of when you can catch them. They have different sizes. And then I have this coupon, receipt holder, money holder, whatever you want to call it, with Velcro. And I bet you I did not bring my Velcro in here today. I was supposed to do that the other night, but it's really cute, and it's really sturdy. So we're going to make a tutorial, and that's the back. So they're really neat. Anyway, so we're going to get started on it, and this video probably will be in 2 parts because the other night I had started it and my dang battery just died on me, y'all. It just died on me. So we're going to get started, and what you're going to think about, and I want you to be thinking about this, when you decide to make yours, you need to pick out your pattern paper, your cardstock, you know, what it's going to be. And I use 65-pound Recollections cardstock from Michael's. It does really good job. You're going to need to pick out what color your pattern paper you want it to be. Be thinking about, you know, I use just different colors for the piece under here, and for this, and then I just kind of match that what goes under. I'm going to pull this out and let you look at it. What goes under the pocket, it kind of matches from here, because there's like a piece that you can get this from, and the little, there's like the little 2 accordion size that fits on it. Yeah, you can get those in this piece kind of from the same piece of paper from here. So that's what I do, okay, and use. And so you need to be thinking about that, what your cut apart looks like. I kind of try to do all of that at first, because, you know, it's just easier for me to do it that way. And then shopping list holders, you can get them at Dollar Trees, you can get them from Target. I look all over for them. When I see them, I kind of grab them. But that's what I do. Oh, and also it has I put an eyelet to hold the thing in. It has like a little eyelet. You can kind of get these little eyelets. And I get mine from scrapbook.com. That's where I found a lot of my little colors. And then you just get you some twine. And I ordered that twine on Amazon. It's just some, I don't even know. It don't even have a thing on it. I don't even know what size it is, but it looks like it's about 1/8 of an inch thick. But it's really good twine, and you get a lot on the roll. And you know, so I try to get different. I'll usually use white, and then I have red for Christmas time, and sometimes I'll get a different color if I need it to match something, but most of the time it's just white. And I normally and I have this little thing right here. It's called a hole, like a reinforcer, you know, and you can buy these at Walmart if you want to do that. And I have this, and I think this is we are memory keepers, but I can make my own holes. I found this like a couple years ago, and I'm not sure if I got this at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or off of Amazon, but these are really nice to have. Or like I said, you can buy these and you can do them your own color, and sometimes they come in colors. I think you can buy these, if I can get that out of there and let you see that. Not a little drawer, it wouldn't come out of the drawer. But there's a little Avery reinforced label. I've seen people like use tea dye stain on them. I mean, like, you know, the Tim Holtz the dye, you know, where you distress ink stuff. You can do that, or just, I cut them out of my paper to match, and it just kind of covers up the part of the eyelet that, you know, that looks kind of crimped up when it gets on there, so it kind of helps with that. So that's something to be kind of thinking about if you want to put the twine around it to hold it, but you don't have to do that. That's just totally up to you. If you want to put a charm on it, always put little charms. I like that. And it seems to, you know, go well. But we're gonna get started in your chipboard. And I use like a medium weight chipboard. And a lot of times when you buy stuff from scrapbook.com, or you know, you get paper and stuff like that from them, or you can buy the chipboard, I think, at Michael's. I'm not sure about Hobby Lobby. I haven't really bought any from them. You can buy it online, but I use my pieces a lot of times that I get, and it's like I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me pull that out of this packet. But it's like a medium weight type chipboard, and you get these when you order like paper, certain papers from scrapbook.com. If you get single sheets, a lot of times they'll put a piece of that nice chipboard in your paper, and that's really good to have to use for projects and stuff like this, your baby albums and different things. Or like I said, you can buy it at Michael's. I don't think it's that expensive per sheet, so it's pretty good. But you're gonna need and I've already got mine pre-cut just for the sake of this video, to kind of cut down on the time. And then you're gonna need 2 pieces at 4.5 wide by 8.5 long. That's what I cut mine at to be a decent size. And most of the shopping lists that I get will fit in this nicely, and you don't have to worry about them not fitting. And it has plenty of room. And then for your spine piece, you need to cut it at 3/4 of an inch wide by 8.5 long. Okay, so you want to do that. It's the same as this. Okay, and then you're going to need to start with your colored cardstock to put around your chipboard. So let's go ahead and do that. It's really nice chipboard pieces I had laying around, and I've already got them kind of ready to put on my paper. So you're going to need 2 pieces of the colored cardstock. And like I said, I get mine at Recollections, and I'm going to put this on here because I don't want a bunch of glue on my thing. And all I do is I just kind of line it up on here. I'm hoping y'all can see this whole piece, and it's in frame pretty good. Then I just kind of line it up on my, let's see, 8 3/4 mark, because I want to make sure I have plenty of room. I want to make sure y'all can see. I think you can see that pretty good. Yeah. I just kind of put it on my mark. And I found this old thing here at Walmart, this board right here. They sell these at Walmart. They sell them at Michael's. I think they have them at Hobby Lobby, but I don't think it's as much money as at Walmart. Because when I first started paper crafting, I didn't really have a lot of money to spend. So that's where I got mine from. So I got this one. But anyway, and I use this Sweet Petunia, my Sweet Petunia When I first bought mine, I got it from Maymay.com. Maymay made it. And it came with some Nuvo adhesive for your Nuvo drops. I don't know if y'all know about Nuvo drops, but they're awesome. And I also got, somebody's trying to call me. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I'm not answering that. I don't know who that is. Sorry if it's making a cut in. And then I just put my art glitter, it had an empty glue bottle. And I just put my art glitter glue in this and use it. And I'm tell you something. When you put this thing back down on this base, you see that little thing inside of there? It clogs the end of it up, and your glue, you don't waste glue. And this thing does not get stopped up like your art glitter glue bottle. And I love it. I love it. So anyway, so we'll talk about Nuvo drops later, because I had bought some of that and kind of made some, but we'll talk about that in another video. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and put this glue on here. And all I do, and I'm going to tell you, until you get used to this thing, it's kind of like driving a car or something, but you just have to kind of, you know, just kind of watch yourself, because it'll make you drive crooked. It'll make you drive all crazy if you're not careful with it. But I just put my art glitter glue on this little piece, a little bit over, you know. And I take my other sheet and I'm turning it long ways, not this way, because most of the time you're going to need it the longer edge paper. And it's 8.5 by 11. Like I said, I buy mine at Michael's, and it's, you know, pretty decent price. If you watch on the prices, sometimes they will, you know, and I just kind of burnish it down with my bone folder. And I'm going to tell you, I love this bone folder, and I've had it for a couple years, and I have not been able to find another one like this one. And if y'all know where that's at, please let me know. I mean, I have searched and researched and looked for it, and I love that thing, and I cannot find it. So next, what we're going to do is put our chipboard on our paper. Let that dry up a little bit. But all I do, and I bought this thing at Dollar Tree, $1.25, and it's awesome for, and make sure that when you put your score tape or whatever, if you use score tape on it, and you know, you can use your ATG gun or whatever tape you have, or you can just do your glue, you know, but I like to make sure my stuff sticks on there really, really nice. And so see how that kind of comes up. Just make sure it's burnished down really, really good, because, you know, so it'll stick to the fibers in that paper, you know, because you don't want it like moving around on you or whatever. So yeah, but when I you know, and yeah, it's, you know, it can get a little more costly if you do double adhesive, but I always have, because that's just me. I like to do that because I want people, you know, happy with the product with me, and I just do this. You don't have to do this, but I kind of do this, just kind of put a little extra glue on it to kind of keep it from wiggling around when you're trying to set it down. But anyway, and I just kind of line it up here at the bottom. You know, you want a good like inch or so over, and just kind of line it up on the side and kind of burnish it down with your bone folder, whichever one you got. This one, I just prefer this one. This is easy in the hand. And then you take this other piece. I already got my little score tape on it. And so anyway, so I've been doing that, and they've having some good sales right now, y'all, on at Hobby Lobby with their ribbon. And run go get some, because I've been over there already this week. I didn't really have the money, but I did it anyway, because I knew if I didn't get over there, it would be gone. Because I'm telling you, this is some nice lace ribbon and different things that we all can use on our projects. So go over there and get you some, and I'm going to do a haul on that, but I wanted to do this first for y'all. And I usually do it about 1/8 of an inch. I can just kind of eyeball it. Some people, they use score tape between it. Now, I don't like doing 1/4 inch. I do have 1/8 of an inch stuff, but I can just kind of eyeball it and look at it and see. But you got to leave a gap. If you don't, it'll hit. These two sides will hit each other. But yeah, and they also had some embroidery stuff, like needles and knitting and little happy finds, and I got some of that stuff. Not much, but I got a few things, you know, over there. So, but yeah, they had some nice little things to buy for little gifts or happies and that. And it's like in the nature art section over where you find the embroidery floss and different things. But yeah, they have a lot of nice stuff over there. So yeah, you just kind of take this next piece and you're just going to kind of line it up. And I always like to put my little line that you join together on the back of my books or whatever you're making. So then all I do is I just take it after I get that on there, and I'll cut this little side piece off. Just kind of eyeball it. You know, some people have glues, the little rollers and all that kind of stuff. But it don't have to be perfect, you know. I try not to make it, you know, too perfect, but I just kind of make it look kind of even, and that don't look very even, does it? No, that's better. Okay, and then just save those little scraps because you can use them for different projects and different things and all that kind of stuff. And what I do is I flip it over and I burnish it down really well on the back. You know, it takes a couple seconds. It don't really take that long. Just kind of do that. And then I'll take my bone folder and just kind of go around it. You know, kind of getting that paper acclimated, because sometimes this paper, you know, it likes to crack on you. And I just kind of start working my paper a little bit, you know. Just kind of getting it, you know, bent up, and you know, it's kind of like a little child sometimes, or even an adult, not just children, but kind of get a little temperamental sometimes. So you got to kind of work the paper a little bit, just kind of, you know, get it work. You don't have to do it much, just that's pretty good. And then I just do my corners. You just kind of miter your corners and kind of leave about 1/8 of an inch on the corner. Make sure y'all can see that really good. You know, some people use these corner things. I just kind of eyeball it. You don't really have to have those, but some people feel comfortable doing that. You know, I've never really gotten one, you know. But you just kind of, when you do it a lot, you know, you just kind of get used to it. But then you put your score tape on it. You can do your ATG gum, but I like to put my score tape on it. You know, you don't have to use this. You can use glue or, you know, whatever you want to. Yep. And just make sure you burnish it down really good. And most of the time I just go around and put, and some people put glue here, and I do that sometimes too, but sometimes I've had my paper crack, but there's a way to fix it. You don't panic. I can show you that. There's a way to fix it. And like I said, just make sure you burnish that down really good. And I like to start on my longer sides, and I usually do both of those at the same time. I normally go around putting all my tape on, but today for some reason I'm just doing it like this. I guess it just depends on your mood, I reckon. And then I'll take this and I'll make a nice edge with my bone folder. Then I'll go over here and do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna mess up my glue is what I'm gonna do doing this. You just try to run your tape down. But yeah, y'all go check that out. And also, listen, they got their buttons, y'all. They got their buttons too. They got a lot of nice buttons over in the sewing section. They got some buttons too. They got a lot of buttons. So y'all might want to go over there and check that out too. But they got them on for a good price right now, those buttons. You know, some of them are down on clearance, so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're starting to put, but that ribbon, y'all, I'm not even playing. That ribbon is like, you know, that ribbon is nice. That ribbon is, you know, that's nice. That ribbon is real nice. So, but anyway, and then I just run it down, make a nice fine edge. And then most people, what they do is they kind of put their fingers on their little corners. I've seen people do it this way. And like I said, this paper, you know, it's kind of temperamental. Just kind of put your corners in there about the best you can, really. I just kind of, sometimes I just kind of fold them over because this paper here is something else too. Sometimes it's something else. And then I go ahead and put my tape up here. Put your tape on here. I'm going to turn it over and do my other side while I got it in my hand because I don't want to have to really pick it back up. Nah, I do not. Okay. And then you just, it don't matter which side you start on, but you can just peel that off. Just kind of grab that up. I don't even know if I burnished that down or not. I probably should have, but I didn't. But anyway, so we didn't go to physical therapy this week with Jaden because he has been kind of frumpy a little bit. So just kind of work your little paper and get that down there. He's been a little frumpy this week, and you know, so he just hadn't really felt like going, and he got worn out. We went swimming and it just wore him out so much. He did too much because he was trying to do too much in that pool and wanted to stay half the day, and you know, that's just not, you know, it's good exercise, but doing it that much is probably not, you know, it's probably not good for him to do it that much. So, but you know how it is. Sometimes you can't tell them that. They have to learn, you know. They gotta learn by their mistakes. So, and he's only 11, yes, but sometimes I let him learn, you know. I try to, you know, teach him, but anyway, and then you're going to kind of, after you get that on, now make sure, make sure all your little sides are smoothed out and looking nice. See, that makes a nice little, and it's going to be sturdy. And then we're going to take this part, and I'm just going to kind of work it a little bit. And then you can take your bone folder, and I don't normally use that hard one because I don't want to cut into my paper. No, because you can cut into it. I have done that before. And I don't really work it too much over here. I just kind of make sure this outer edge is kind of flat a little bit, and just kind of, don't usually poke with it too much. But anyway, so that part's done, and then you're going to have your inner piece, and that's going to go on here after you get all that on. Okay, it's already 23 minutes. Okay, all right, and then we're going to cut it. I usually go over about 1/8 of an inch, so that's about 9 3/4, and it's going to be 8 3/8 long. So I need to cut my little paper off a little snippet because I think I cut it too long. So let me cut that off about 1/8 of an inch because I don't want it too long. Okay, let me get that off of there. Okay, and get that going. And I'm gonna take this, and I like to put score tape like right here on this edge and on this edge. Okay, and I like to put it on this edge right there, and on here on this side. It just kind of helps hold it in place. It don't, you know, really move that much. And I'm going to put it on this other piece everywhere, but and I'll probably put an extra piece here. I'm very picky. Like I said, you don't have to do all this. Some people cover the whole thing. It just depends, but I feel like it holds pretty well. And you know, And this is kind of just how I do it. Like I said, there's a lot of tutorials out there on how to do these kind of covers and different things, but this is just kind of how I do my stuff, okay? And I've never had anybody complain or bring anything back to me. That's what I want. That's what I want. I don't want them upset about their stuff tearing up within a week after they get it. And yes, it is paper. And then we're gonna get this part ready. Make sure, yep, it looks right. So I'm gonna take my ATG gun. I'm just gonna go around this with it. And I'll just hit them corners. And I hit the middles. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I love this thing. And when I first got it, I could not work it for nothing. I'm telling you, I couldn't work that thing for nothing. And I try to put a good bit of tape on it, so, and it's not gonna come up if you don't put this much. But I had to get my husband to show me how to work it. Now that is sad, y'all. That is sad. But he figured it out, and then I showed me, and then I got it. See, I'm a person like, I'm a visual learner person, so I have to see it, how it's made, to do it. I'm gonna make sure I get to them edges really, really good. We don't want nothing pulling up. And usually when you do your glue, and see, this thing is wonderful. You don't have to, you just squeeze that handle and that glue will come out. You don't have to worry about it. It don't clog up or nothing. I'm not even playing. This thing is so great. If you ever get the money to get you one. And you can get it from scrapbook.com. I think I've seen them there. But I just love May May and their channel. And you just kind of, let's see, make sure you even it up. Now this is where I kind of take my time. Because if you don't, because I learned at the beginning, oh my goodness, y'all, I was too rushy and my stuff would mess up, be so crooked, and I had to learn to slow myself down a little bit. You can speed up in other areas, especially if you're mass producing stuff for a craft fair. It's like, oh, you got to get after it, because for some reason we picked this. I love making things with this paper, but I'm going to tell y'all, it takes longer than painting. Well, I take that back. I don't want to say it takes long. It does take a long time. It's a lot. You don't get your time back. And what I do here, I just kind of find that little piece and kind of, you know, and I try to kind of put that on there if I can get it to. And this part's kind of hard, but you just kind of bend it gently. I just kind of bend it. Yeah, I just kind of let it work at that paper a minute, like I said. And then you can kind of take your bone folder and just be kind of gentle. You know, you can press down a little bit, but not very hard. Don't stick that pokey part, because it'll rip your paper, and then you'll be like, oh no. But anyway, so that is the base part, okay? And so let me see how far I am into it. Okay, so we are 28 minutes in, and we're going to talk about the front and back cover and the spine pieces of the pattern paper. And I'm going to tell you the size of those, and then we're going to make this part one, okay? So what I do is I'm going to use this beautiful lemon paper. So pretty, okay? And all I did is I cut those at 4 3/8 wide by 8 3/8 long, and you got to have 2 spine pieces. And I use the same paper for the inside spine and the outside, okay? And it's cut at 3/4 wide by 8 3/8 long. Now I only do mine 1/8 of an inch less for a border. A lot of people do 1/4 of an inch. And that is okay if that's the case. If you want to do yours, you would cut yours at 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. But I like the way it looks with just a 1/8 of an inch border, and that's my preference. Because my cover is, like I said, 4 1/2 by 8 1/2. So I cut my pieces at 8 3/8 by long by 4 3/8 wide, and it makes it look really, really nice. See? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these on, and in the next part this will be done, and then we'll move on to the inside pieces of how to put those together. So when I get this done, I'm gonna, because these videos I try to get them 30 minutes or less, because if you don't, it takes forever to load them on YouTube. So I'm gonna do a part 2. I'm gonna come right back and do the rest of it. So I pray y'all have a good day. Please like and subscribe. Push that notification button if you want to see more of my videos. I appreciate you all. I love you, but remember, God loves you more. Have a good day. Bye-bye.